Dylan from the Reno Broker here, Contractor Marketing Agency. I'm here to share with you a tip or two on how you can make sure to have a very smooth transaction when it comes to selling your client and what the deposit structure should be. So basically, the goal is to mitigate as much risk as possible for you and the company, and to make sure that you're covering yourself and getting as much money and maximizing the profits as much as possible. So for any renovation, no matter what the size is, I have learned to stick to this deposit structure, because otherwise you're gonna leave yourself with too much money owed at the end and too much of a risk for you not to get paid. And on the other end of the stick, you not taking enough of a deposit down to cover the materials and what you need in order to have that job continue and go at the pace you promised. So what you have to do, or something that I recommend, is instead of taking a 10% deposit or something minimal, a lot of people are afraid to ask for money. Don't be afraid to ask. You need to cover your expenses as well, and any paying customer who does want a good renovation will understand this. So instead of doing 50% up front and 50% at the end, or 8 different progress payments of 10% and 15%, we recommend a very simple 3-step payment structure. 35% deposit. That way you know the client is serious, they're not going anywhere else, and you have enough money to go and get all of the materials or put your sample packages together and do what's needed, knowing that they're serious and you're not gonna waste a lot of time or money. And number 2 would be to take that sample pack, that exact client, and you decide on the second payment and when it's going to be. So it's 35% upfront, 30% halfway. And that's when you decide, right after we're finished the drywall is when the other payment will kick in. Or when we're done the framing and about to pour the concrete, that's when we'll pick up the second deposit. So you make a deal halfway through, you pick up 30%, and then you are only owed 35% at the end, and the client can relax. You guys get to do your work, and when the client's happy, you do a final walkthrough. You let them know you're coming by for some after pictures because you got some good befores, and you're here to pick up the balance. And that should be no problem. 35% is not too large of a number. It's not too intimidating when the job's done for the client to look at. And at this point, they've already paid you 65% of the entire deal. Thank you for your time. I hope this provided some sort of insight into what I would do if I was starting a company or changing my deposit structure. If you would like to learn more or about how we close our deals, or about how we do get that deposit and without being afraid to ask for it, click below, send us an email, send us a DM, or shoot us a message on Facebook, and it would be my pleasure to show you a few more tips and help do this for you.